Hola everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Little Diaguito, and today we're going to talk about these two little guys. This is the TakaraTomy Diaclone Reboot Waruder Raiders Dark Cathode version. Now these come in two versions. This is the Dark Cathode ones, which I like better. There's also the regular ones, which just have their color scheme swapped so that the body looks the same color as the tails, and the tails are this dark gray color. Waruders are the bad guys of the Diaclone world, and they tend to be a little bit more, look a little more like biological creatures, so we have lots of insects and stuff like that. These guys are really posable. They have a lot of different things they can do, so let's take a closer look at them. Okay, and here are all the parts that come in the box. But before we look at that, let's take a look at a couple other things that come in. We've got this neat little sheet that has pictures of the various things that we can do with these. Let's see, if we have a whole bunch of them there, we can make a lot of neat stuff. And then on the other side, it's got a picture of the two that come in the box. And the last thing that comes with it is going to be an instruction sheet. And this instruction sheet is going to tell us how to arrange everything. It's going to show us a couple of different forms that these have. Show us how to put them together. And also show us some of the things we can do if we have more than one. And for the Dark Cathode set, two come in the box. For the regular versions, it's just one in a box. So let's go over what's in that box. We've got two of these. They're very highly articulated. They've got ball joints in each one of these little pieces, and so they can turn as well as bend, and we've got a little plug on each end of it. Next up, we've got these two little pieces. There's they use them as tail tips mostly. They've got a little port on the back there, which plugs in nicely to that last piece we saw. We've got two of these little control bulbs, a green one and a purple one, and you'll see they're not identical. They have different faces on them. And they have ports on the back here where we can plug other stuff on. We come with two of the bodies. And they have a little hole there where you can put stuff in. They've got some plugs there to plug stuff in, as well as ports to... they have tabs and ports, so you can plug stuff in. You'll see that they also have little plugs there so you can put stuff together. These guys articulate right there. These separate, and this piece can go up and down. These rotate, and that is it. The waist does not rotate. But we have a plug here on the front and the back. And the last thing, we've got an orange one, or purple one, and a green one. The last thing that comes in the box are going to be two of these little guys. These are the Waruder pilots. And they are amazingly articulated for how small they are. And for comparison, here it is next to a AA battery. And you can see that it is about half the size of a AA battery. One of the really neat things about them is on their feet here, they've got little magnets. So they can stand on things. And most of the Diaclone figures come with a little magnet stickers that you can put on the various robots, and you can arrange your little guys around them all you want. So it comes with one that is orange with gray pants and orange boots, one that is blue with gray pants and blue boots. Chest pieces there, a very purple one and a very blue one. Now, the neat things about these guys is that they're also super articulated. So we've got a 90-degree angle bend knee, little tiny ball joints on the legs, which means he can do just about anything you want him to. He's got an ab crunch, which I don't know if you can see very well there. A nice ab crunch. His arms have an elbow, as well as a shoulder swivel. These ones do not have anything on the head. The human ones do. We'll look at those in another video. So, let's put these things in some of the forms they can go into. We'll start by showing off that they can plug into each other. These little bits rotate, and you can just line them up so that these two, which are horizontal, will plug into the horizontal holes on this one, and the vertical tabs on this guy plug into the vertical holes on that guy. And you can just tab them together like that. And so you can do lots of different configurations of them like that, whatever you'd like. And they hang on really snugly, which is kind of nice because it keeps them from coming apart. These legs and feet will separate, can separate. There we go. And we can also, if we separate both of them, you'll see that we've got a tab here and a slot there. And we can also tab them together that way. There we go. So we have those guys together like that. Another single formation is just to close this guy up. And up there. So, with the bulbs, well, let's start with the inside of the bulbs here. So, with the bulbs, that opens up and leads to a little control center inside there, which you can see by opening up the top bit. And you can see it's got a little computer station right here at the front, which has some really nice detailing, especially for how tiny it is. The way that our Waruder is going to sit in there is we are going to pull his legs forward and bend them, and bring his arms forward. So he is leaning forward like he's on a motorcycle position. And we're going to take him in here, and he's just going to sit right over that centerpiece with his hands by the computer. So he'll look like that. And we can close this up and swing our bulb back forward. And so now he is going to be driving whatever we build with these. We can also take our tail and plug it into that. And there's a lot of arrangements you can do with the tails because they're so articulated. Now, we'll take this piece and we will just slide the bulb through it till it comes out the other side. There we go. And we can take our tail piece and plug it into the back end of our tail. Now for this guy, well, for both of them, we have these little arm things here, and this bit will fold right out, and it also opens up so it can be a claw or a foot or whatever you need it to be. In our case, we're going to make it a foot, so we're going to rotate that all the way back there. Let's pull out the other one, open it up, and rotate it back a little bit too. There we go. Oh, and then these can go all the way back. Alright, now we're going to turn them around, and we're going to open this bit up again. This is the 2 feet, so they don't tab together up here, so each of these little toe bits moves independently of the others. I'm just going to open it up a little bit here and bend this forward. So now it looks like that's the beak of some monster shouting, and we've got a driver piloting the whole thing in there, and we've got some legs. Turn the camera down. And there we go. So we've got that guy. Now with this, I'm going to do pretty much the same thing, except I'm going to leave these legs separated. I'm just going to turn these into more humanoid legs. Let's fold these out so that they're nice feet. We're going to get our green control bulb here. And you can see it's detailed the same on the inside as the other. It's got that same nice molding. I'm going to get our Waruder pilot here into his piloting form. And this guy's really tiny, so I'm sorry that this is so hard to see. My hand's getting in the way. And then let's put him in his control bulb. Snap that closed. Bring that up. And we'll get our tail, plug that in right there, and get our, you can see this one is very different looking from the other one, which was just like a little point. This one's got 4 points. Pretty neat. I really like this green one. I really like this transparent green color, and it's, well, probably my favorite of the Waruder stuff. The others are blue, which is also very nice, and a red one. Alright, let's pop that guy all the way through there. Oh, a little too far. There we go. Oh, there we can turn him. Let's pull the arms out here. And this time we're going to leave these hands open, but we're not going to open them all the way because I'm going to make them into basically little grasping hands. Yeah. And open up the other hand. There we go. And there we are. Those are our Waruders. They do connect with all of the other Waruder Diaclones, and as we go over some of those, some of the bigger models, we'll put them together and show the kind of stuff that we can make with them. But there you go. Those are our Waruders. Here we go. So yeah, the more of these guys you have, you can put them all together, build really cool things with them. Along with the other Waruder sets, they can make some really, really interesting stuff. As we go over some of those going forward, we'll see what these things can build with them. All right, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.